Thank you. And thank you, and like Michelle, when I walked in, it just felt so good. It's so good to get away from where I was to come here, believe me. But I too want to thank you and congratulate you on what you do. And we just don't have enough teacher appreciation events. I've said often, especially in the last couple of months, that you are, not only are you underpaid, you're underappreciated. Just like other government employees are underappreciated and certainly underpaid. With that being said, though, let me echo what Michelle said, and that is we need your involvement. We're fighting an uphill battle, and I'm very, very pleased to serve with my colleagues in the House representing you. But to give you an example, my first amendment that I tried was to undo the removal of tenure or professional services contract. And the point I was trying to make, it was real simple, that if you have an effective, highly effective teacher, why not give that teacher the respect that they deserve and give that teacher at least a 3-year contract. You want to run like a business, and I say quite frankly, it's an insult to put good teachers on a 10-month contract and say at the end of the year, well, thank you for your service and goodbye. I can tell you that a lot of times what the argument you'll hear is that well, that's what principals want. And I can tell you the principals that I've worked with don't want that. The principals that I've worked with here in Leon County, they know who the good teachers are, and they want to treat you with respect, and they don't want to have a situation where they can just walk in at the end of the year and say goodbye. So we lost. As a matter of fact, it was so bad that it wasn't even a roll call vote. They just shouted me down. And it was a rather rude awakening. I thought I was doing real well. And some of them were even nodding, Now I realize I think they were going to sleep. But we do have an uphill battle to fight. I was talking, Superintendent Pons is here, and we were talking a few minutes ago about an amendment I tried to get by yesterday, and it was a simple, what I thought was a simple amendment, and that was to give credit to the schools for all the programs that you have in addition to the FCAT. And remember, we moved away from just FCAT and high school grading, for example, when you get credit for your AP and your IB courses and so on, except when the differentiated accountability, it's just FCAT. And I was making a wonderful argument, I thought, and once again I got shouted down. Not even a vote. No, I did get a vote on that one. We requested a vote. But anyway, my point is we have a long, hard battle to fight, but we need your involvement. You need to be heard, and you need to not only talk to your local delegation, because you know where we are, but you need to reach out across the state. You have friends and relatives all throughout Florida. There is the potential, if we could unite educators in Florida, we have the potential to being the most powerful force in Florida. We just got to do that, and if we don't do that, then we'll continue, I'm afraid, to slide. We're in the middle of expanding virtual education. We all agree virtual education is good. We're in the process of expanding charter schools and so on, and it's like a nibbling away. And what I have said in meetings many times, we're not afraid of competition. Bring it on. Our public schools are as good as any private school, any charter school, doesn't matter. We're ready to go. But there's one caveat. I said, you line my kids up with anywhere from public schools, and we'll take anybody on anywhere, any subject. But the rules have to be the same. Don't expect 2 sets of rules. It just won't, it's not fair. And then another example of what I think is an insult is there's the DOE has just filed another rule request to to say that if there's 75% of the schools become A or B, then they'll raise the standards, okay? Now, I first of all, I'm on the Joint Legislative Procedures Committee, which oversees all rules in Florida. So I've already sent it to them and asked them if they can find a flaw in it to say it can't be done. I don't have a lot of hope there. But what I've said is public educators are willing to be held accountable, high standards, just bring it on. We're ready to rumble. But decide what you want and leave it alone. Don't discourage our students by saying once you get up to this point where you've done real well, then we're going to raise the bar again. That's not fair. It's not American, and that's not the way we should do business. But I lost that one too. So, but there's hope. I really sense a change coming in Florida for a lot of different reasons. I sense a change. I sense the pendulum swinging back. I sense a change where common sense is going to rule much more than it is today. So again, I appreciate being here. We appreciate you more than you know. And I can just tell you, I am so proud to be able to say I spent 40 years in the Leon County school system. They were wonderful years, and I'm very proud of the fact that I was here. Thank you.